Greetings, history enthusiasts. Today, we're embarking on a captivating journey through the annals of World War II with Unsung Heroes, Top 10 Untold Stories of World War II. While many stories from this era have been widely celebrated, there are numerous untold tales of heroism and sacrifice that deserve recognition. Join me as we count down from number 10 to the most captivating story, shedding light on the remarkable individuals who made a difference during this tumultuous time in history. Welcome to Unsung Heroes, Top 10 Untold Stories of World War II on the RobotRay channel. Story number 10, The Night Witches. One of the untold stories of World War II revolves around the Night Witches, a group of female Soviet pilots who played a significant role in the conflict. The Night Witches were members of the 588th Night Bomber Regiment, an all-female aviation unit formed in 1942. Flying outdated biplanes, the Po-2s, these courageous women conducted nighttime bombing missions against German positions on the Eastern Front. Despite the primitive nature of their aircraft and the challenging conditions they faced, the Night Witches became a formidable force, known for their stealthy and effective bombing raids. What made the Night Witches even more remarkable was their ability to operate in almost complete silence, earning them the German nickname, Nachtwachsen, or Night Witches. The female pilots would cut their engines and glide over their targets before releasing their bombs, creating an eerie and nearly silent attack. The Night Witches faced prejudice and skepticism initially but went on to complete over 30,000 missions during the war. Their bravery and contributions to the Soviet war effort make the Night Witches a compelling and often overlooked chapter in the history of World War II. Story number 9, The Navajo Code Talkers. The Navajo Code Talkers represent a crucial and often overlooked chapter in the untold stories of World War II. During the Pacific theater of the war, the United States turned to a group of Navajo Native Americans to develop an unbreakable code based on their native language, Navajo. The Navajo language proved to be an ideal choice due to its complexity and lack of written form, making it nearly impossible for the enemy to decipher. The Navajo Code Talkers played a vital role in secure communication, transmitting messages that were instrumental in the success of U.S. military operations in the Pacific. These brave individuals served as radio operators in the Marine Corps, and their code remained classified for several decades after the war. The Navajo Code Talkers' contributions were finally recognized, and their story was brought to light, leading to the acknowledgement of their crucial role in the war effort. The Code Talkers' legacy not only highlights the significance of linguistic diversity in warfare but also serves as a testament to the invaluable contributions of Native Americans during World War II. Story number 8, The Ghost Army. The Ghost Army is one of the intriguing and lesser-known stories from World War II. Comprising a group of artists, designers, and sound engineers, the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops, also known as the Ghost Army, used deception and creativity as unconventional weapons. Operating in Europe, the Ghost Army employed inflatable tanks, sound effects, and visual illusions to create the appearance of a much larger and more formidable military presence. Their mission was to deceive the enemy, diverting attention and resources away from the actual locations of Allied forces. The Ghost Army's tactics were instrumental in supporting the success of major campaigns, including the Normandy invasion. Their innovative use of deception and psychological warfare helped to confuse and mislead German forces, contributing to the overall Allied strategy. Despite their crucial role, the Ghost Army's activities remained classified for many years after the war, and it wasn't until the 1990s that their story gained wider recognition, shedding light on the unconventional and creative methods employed by some Allied forces during World War II. Story number 7, The White Rose Resistance. The White Rose Resistance stands as a remarkable but tragic untold story of World War II. In Nazi Germany, a group of young students at the University of Munich formed the White Rose, a nonviolent resistance movement against the oppressive regime of Adolf Hitler. Led by siblings Hans and Sophie Scholl, along with their friend Christoph Probst and other courageous members, the White Rose distributed leaflets calling for passive resistance and the overthrow of the Nazi government. Their writings denounced the atrocities committed by the regime and urged fellow Germans to resist totalitarianism. The activities of the White Rose were daring and risky, and tragically, the group was discovered by the Gestapo in 1943. Hans and Sophie Scholl, along with Christoph Probst, were arrested, tried, and executed for their dissent. The White Rose resistance may have been short-lived, but their commitment to opposing the horrors of the Nazi regime and defending human dignity remains a powerful testament to the courage and moral conviction displayed by a few individuals in the face of tyranny. Story number 6. The Unsinkable Sam. The story of the Unsinkable Sam is a unique and lesser-known tale from World War II. Sam, a black and white patched cat, gained notoriety for surviving the sinking of 3 different ships during the war. Initially the ship's cat aboard the German battleship Bismarck, Sam miraculously survived the ship's sinking in May 1941. He was then found clinging to a piece of wreckage by the crew of the HMS Cossack, a British destroyer. The crew adopted Sam, who became a mascot for the British ship. However, Sam's seafaring adventures did not end there. The HMS Cossack was torpedoed and sunk in October 1941, but once again, Sam managed to survive. Adopted by the crew of the HMS Ark Royal, the third and final ship in his wartime odyssey, Sam eventually retired from his maritime career after the Ark Royal was torpedoed and sunk in November 1941. Sam's story is a remarkable testament to the resilience of animals during wartime and has become a symbol of survival against the odds. Story number 5. The Double Cross System. The Double Cross System, a remarkable and often overlooked aspect of World War II, was a sophisticated and successful deception operation conducted by British intelligence. With the codename Operation Bodyguard, the Double Cross System aimed to mislead Nazi Germany about the Allies' intentions and plans. The British recruited and turned German spies operating in Britain, convincing them to send false information back to their handlers. These double agents played a pivotal role in deceiving the Germans regarding the timing and location of the Allied invasion of Normandy on D-Day in 1944. The brilliance of the Double Cross System lay in the meticulous orchestration of the information provided by the double agents. The false intelligence not only misled the Germans but also reinforced their trust in the spies, allowing the Allies to maintain control over the flow of information. This covert operation significantly contributed to the success of the D-Day landings and played a crucial role in the broader Allied strategy during the war. The Double Cross System remains a fascinating and effective example of strategic deception in military history. Story number 4. The Monuments Men. The Monuments Men, officially known as the Monuments, Fine Arts, and Archives Program, was a group of Allied officers tasked with protecting and recovering cultural treasures during and after World War II. Comprising art historians, curators, architects, and museum directors, the Monuments Men worked to prevent the destruction, looting, and displacement of art and cultural artifacts by both Axis and Allied forces. Their mission was to track down and recover stolen artworks and to protect historic monuments and buildings from the ravages of war. This extraordinary group operated on the front lines, often facing danger to rescue and preserve Europe's cultural heritage. The Monuments Men played a crucial role in the restitution of countless masterpieces and historical artifacts, ensuring that these treasures were returned to their rightful owners and preventing the loss of invaluable cultural heritage. Despite their vital contributions, the story of the Monuments Men remained relatively unknown for many years, only gaining widespread recognition with the release of the 2014 film, The Monuments Men, directed by George Clooney. Story number 3. The Warsaw Uprising. The Warsaw Uprising is a poignant and lesser-known chapter in the history of World War II. In 1944, the Polish Home Army, seeking to liberate Warsaw from Nazi occupation before the arrival of Soviet forces, launched the uprising. The citizens of Warsaw, including civilians, resistance fighters, and even children, participated in the rebellion against the German forces. Despite initial successes, the uprising faced brutal suppression from the Germans, and the inhabitants endured immense suffering, with much of the city reduced to ruins. Tragically, the Soviet Red Army, stationed across the Vistula River, did not intervene to support the uprising, and the rebellion ultimately failed after 63 days. The consequences were devastating, with estimates suggesting that up to 200,000 civilians lost their lives. The Warsaw Uprising remains a symbol of Polish resistance and courage, yet the international response and the political complexities surrounding the Soviet Union's role in the conflict contribute to the often overlooked nature of this tragic episode in World War II. Story number 2. The Tuskegee Airmen. The Tuskegee Airmen, a group of African American pilots and support personnel, constitute a vital but often overlooked story from World War II. Operating from the Tuskegee Army Airfield in Alabama, these men were part of the first African American military aviators in the United States Armed Forces. Trained as fighter and bomber pilots, as well as in various support roles, the Tuskegee Airmen faced racial prejudice and skepticism about their abilities. However, their exemplary performance in combat dispelled these stereotypes and demonstrated their skill and bravery. The Tuskegee Airmen flew more than 15,000 sorties during the war, escorting bombers over Europe and engaging in dogfights with enemy aircraft. Their success not only contributed to the overall Allied victory but also played a significant role in breaking down racial barriers within the U.S. military. The Tuskegee Airmen's achievements paved the way for the integration of the U.S. Armed Forces and inspired future generations of African American military personnel, marking a crucial chapter in the fight for civil rights in the United States. Story number 1. Witold Pilecki, the Auschwitz Volunteer. Witold Pilecki's remarkable story as the Auschwitz Volunteer is a lesser-known but deeply courageous tale from World War II. A Polish army officer and a member of the Polish resistance, Pilecki volunteered to be imprisoned in Auschwitz, the notorious Nazi concentration camp, with the mission of gathering intelligence and organizing resistance from within. From 1940 to 1943, Pilecki covertly documented the atrocities committed by the Nazis, providing crucial information about the Holocaust and the conditions within the camp. Pilecki's reports, smuggled out of Auschwitz, were among the first comprehensive accounts of the genocide. Despite facing unimaginable brutality and witnessing the horrors of the Holocaust, he managed to escape in 1943 and continued to fight against the Nazis. Tragically, after the war, Pilecki fell victim to the post-war communist regime in Poland and was executed in 1948. His heroic efforts to expose the atrocities of Auschwitz and resist the Nazis, even at the cost of his own life, make Witold Pilecki's story a testament to the indomitable human spirit in the face of evil. And there you have it, history enthusiasts. 10 untold stories of World War II heroes that illuminate the indomitable spirit and bravery of individuals during this tumultuous time. These unsung heroes, through their acts of courage and sacrifice, made a lasting impact on the course of history. Join me in honoring their legacy and ensuring their stories are heard. Until next time, may we never forget the heroes who shaped our world. This is RobotRay, signing off from the RobotRay channel. If you found this video fascinating and informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to RobotRay channel for more incredible explorations. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on exploring.